Good morning, teams. As we get closer to better communication internally and making sure we're providing enough information in a short, condensed, summarized manner so that other people can make quick decisions without having to dig around and figure stuff out, I want to show you today how to use an email signature as a way to bring up templates within emails to help you remind you of the data or information that you may need to successfully help others approve or do their job on their end. So real quickly, the first thing I'll do is include in this email I send to you an escalation template, okay? So the top part you'll actually delete after or before you send the email, and you'll see what I might talk about. Now, you may want to not even include this in the email signature if you're used to it or if you understand. It's just more of a reminder. And then there would be, what information do I need to successfully make the request? And then you would copy your own signature into the bottom here, and we'll take all this information, put it into an email signature so you can bring it up anytime, and I'll actually show you how to do that right now. So I have the information I want in the signature. Signatures have unlimited text characters, so you don't have to worry about running out of space. So let's go back to our Outlook. There's a couple of ways to do this. One, I can open a new email, right? And if I right click just above my existing signature or somewhere in here, let's see, it'll pop up the signatures that are available to me. And I can click on the signatures at the very bottom and it will give me this particular signature creation template, right? We can also go in the email to insert signature, and that will also show you. You can also get to that same place. Where is it? Insert. No, I don't want to insert. I just want to open signatures. Okay, so there you go. So what you do is you click the create new button, right? And then you name it. And I name it, who, what, why, where, when, how. So you guys all know that that's kind of a framework I use to do many things. It could be who will do what by when also, whatever you're going to know to remember. It could be escalation template, whatever you're going to know, and go ahead and name that. Okay. You'll see it creates one here. All right. The empty body right here is what I want the signature to say. So I'm going to go back to this Word doc and I'm going to select it all for right now. Okay. And I am going to paste it right into this signature. So it's got my signature. It's going to verify everything looks good. And you want to make sure it's at the very top there because it will automatically put in spaces for you. Okay. And then I'm just going to simply save that. Now you'll notice I had one previous to that, but this one now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 W's. So it's a little bit different. Okay. So I'm going to click OK. So now if I go back to my Outlook, and I've got an email that I'm escalating, okay, first time it's a termination request or whatever that is, I can actually forward the email as you guys are doing today, right, to the person that I'm looking for getting approvals from or asking for information from or asking for details on, okay? Now remember, why did I say forward? I said forward because it's really important that we all know this. If I reply, let's actually choose one that has an attachment, okay? Let's choose Justin's here. So if I hit reply, what happens? It removes all the attachments. If I hit reply to all, what happens? It removes all the attachments. The only way I can maintain the attachments that are on there already is to forward it. So you notice it kept the actual attachments here. So that's something really important to remember if you're trying to pass on particular documents to help support your request. Also, remembering email etiquette is very clear, guys. When you, actually go back to this one and let's click forward. Okay. If you're asking specifically of someone, do not put multiple people in the two. I see a lot of times we have IOE onboarding, which is fine because that's a distribution list, but then also the BDM. Okay, don't do that. You're only, unless you're asking multiple people to provide information on this email, the only people that should be in the two are the people that you're asking the request of. Okay, super, super clear. Everybody else should be CC'd. And then that way you won't have anybody saying, oh, they got it, they got it, they got it, right? Very specific. Also, if you have multiple people in here, right, and you're requesting of them, be very specific. Megan, can you provide? Patrick, would you be willing? Okay. If you have multiple people in the two, be very specific which one you're asking the question of. All right. So now let's go back here. One. So now we have an escalation. We want to get that escalation approved by Chris, by Mike. You want information from IOE onboarding. You want accounting to approve it. Whatever it is, whatever you're doing, right? We open up that email and then we can right click in the signature and we can just click on the who will do, who, what, when, where, why, how. And what does it do? It brings in that signature here as a little reminder for me to provide the details that I need. Okay. Now this put in your own signature won't be there. You will have already put in your own signature in the Word document here before you copied and pasted it, right? So that will be irrelevant. Okay. So, and again, like I said, you don't have to add this if you remember what this is for. Okay. Eventually, you'll get into a habit of providing all of this information. But we've got a level of detail that will help us really, really, really be consistent, and people will know exactly what it is they're looking for instead of just throwing it over the fence and then asking them to read, 6 months worth of data. All right. Now, in the beginning, it feels like more work, but I promise you, the reduction in back and forth emails, the fast approvals without constant questions, it will, in the long run, reduce the amount of work you spend on it by doing the front end homework. Okay? So, if you have any questions on this, please let me know. Everyone should try and do this one at the very least. And then if you want to create others, that's awesome. But I recommend that the CSMs and BDMs get together and, or the CSMs at least, and they provide some level of consistency. We don't want everybody coming up with their own list. If you think you should adapt this list to have other information, wonderful, but make sure everybody's using the same so we're providing a level of consistency. Thank you so very much for joining today. Hopefully this was valuable, and let's have these updated by end of day Friday if you can. Thanks. Bye.